Number 4 is just a long division of polynomials. So we want to set it up like long division. This divided by this. So the long part goes on the inside. Okay, so the steps on doing this, remember, is just divide the fronts, only the fronts, then we multiply, and last we switch signs and add, which is basically subtract. Switch signs and add. So we're just going to follow those steps. Divide the fronts, multiply, switch signs, and add. So let's start with the fronts here. I have this front divided by this front. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. X to the 4th divided by x is x to the 3rd. Next we multiply. So we multiply what we just came up with times this side. Everything, not just the fronts, everything. So 2 times 2 is 4. X to the 3rd times x is x to the 4th. But we also have to distribute to this term here. So I get 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. And I have x to the 3rd. So when I'm doing this, I do want to make sure that everything stacks up with their like terms. And so now when I add, it makes it easy to stack to add straight down. So we're going to switch both signs and add straight down. So if we do this right, that should almost always cancel. Here I get negative 8 x to the 3rd. Then adding all these, 4x squared, 4x plus 25. Or you can just bring down the next one. Same thing. Next, we repeat the process until we get to a remainder. So dividing the fronts, I get negative 8 divided by 2. That's going to be negative 4. And then I get x squared. Multiply, make sure you watch the negative. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8, x to the 3rd. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12, x squared. Switch both signs and add. And while we're doing this, it's always good to, just kind of make sure you're getting the right number. So far it looks like it's going to be one of these two, unless we made a mistake with our signs. So switching both signs, though, gives us negative 8x squared, 4x, and 25. Next, divide the fronts again. This is my new front. Negative 8 divided by 2 is negative 4, so it's still matching up. X, negative 4 times that is negative 8x squared. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. Switch both signs and add. Positive, negative, and I get negative 8x plus 25. And last one here, I get negative 8 divided by this. This is my new front. Dividing by this front, I get negative 4. So it still matches up with both of those. Negative 4 times this is negative 8x. Negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. And finally, switching both sides and adding, we get 13 as a positive 13 as our remainder. So I think it's going to be 13 over 2x minus 3. So it's one of these two, as we've seen, it already matches up, but we want the one that's positive 13, which is C.